Oh, there we go. Alrighty. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we get to the fun. Before I go through the intro again, I'm going to make sure people can hear me. Can you guys hear me now? I think that did it. Right? Everyone can hear me? Say yes if you can hear me. Say anything if you can hear me.
Right.
Awesome. Great. Okay. So, today, we're finally going to do fighting. Probably, most likely, we're going to do fighting. So that's going to be fun. Right now, I'm going to have him... Actually, let me run through what we have so far. All right, so the stage is set. Now he's going to sit down on the counter, and everyone's still staring at him. I'm going to show a couple shots around the room so you get the idea. No one's doing anything. Then I'm going to have that guy walk on with a wanted poster, slap it on the counter, and then Lofty's going to punch him, and then the fight starts. So that may end up being longer than I think, but I'm pretty sure I can get to some fighting today. So I'm here with my underpaid assistant. How many people do we have?
10.
10. I suppose that's good. All right. Let's go.
We don't have music now. It's so quiet.
It is awfully quiet without music.
What do you guys think? Should we put the music back on?
Alrighty. All right, let's blow through this.
New Master says, what you working on here? So you should just recap. Because you have like 15 people now. Just recap what's going on. Bar fight. There you go. You're caught up.
Bar fight. So I have Lofty. He just walked in. All the attention's on him. No one likes him. No one likes him because he's wanted, and everyone knows this. So he's sitting at the bar, and then someone realizes it's the same guy in the poster, and then I get to animate a big action scene. So that is the purpose of this right here. Right now, I'm just having him hop up on the counter.
Lego Lightbulb says, get some music if you can. I think I agree.
Yeah, it's too quiet.
It is too quiet. All right, I'm going to set that up.
My underpaid assistant is on it. All right, this is going to be kind of a quick motion. He's just like, I love quick motions. They're always easy and fun. Something doesn't look quite right about that. Well, let's see. Do you guys like this Lofty face, the sunglasses? I think it's my favorite expression.
Dang, I guess
Right.
I have to be on it.
So I'm gonna linger him in the air before all of his momentum comes down. See, I think I need a little bit more clay there. Here we go. move his head, give some other people some life. Because they're all kind of holding still. Lofty is not easy to micro adjust because the pipe cleaner, it connects to his other arm and it gets annoying. I need to separate it somehow because every time I move one arm, the other arm moves, and if I don't want it to move, then it's annoying. The momentum is still going this way, so. Ugh, I don't know if I have the seat properly placed. There we go. I think that looks good. There we go. His hands don't stay on very well either. Pretty annoying.
Plastic War says, have you been animating any other projects in the week?
All right, so I am aware that I haven't posted anything in like a month, and that's bad, but I do have another project coming out. So I haven't been animating it this week, but I have been editing it this week. So there's some editing complications, but I will hopefully have it at least by next week. I should have it by next week. And yeah. In fact, I am going to preview a short portion at the end of the stream for those who stay. So there's some incentive.
Well, I didn't know that.
You didn't need to know.
Stop motion.
You're only an underpaid assistant.
Why is Lofty wanted?
Yeah, we don't know that.
Somebody wanted somehow.
Lofty's wanted because there was this thing where I wanted to animate a fight scene and I needed a reason for him to punch someone. So that's why he's wanted.
Phoenix Hunting Studios says, just clip the wire and attach it to the spine of the figure so both the arms don't move at the same time, just like a mega figure.
So I tried that at some point. I'm not sure why I did it here. Actually, I think the reason I did it is because the arms would come off. But it may be worth the trade-off. But yeah. No, were you saying connect it to the spine? I'm sorry. I see what you're saying. That'd be difficult though. I'm not sure. Because I need to make it replaceable. It has to have a way to come out because the wires, they do break. So that's the reason they're connected. Because I need to have a way to take it out. And as far as fighting, it's not that big of an issue, but when I need to micro adjust things, it's difficult enough with one arm because the wire, you gotta really put some pressure on it to bend it. All right.
Plastic War says, I've been really sad this week. No LoftStudios posts.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys. But I'd rather get good projects so they're like full videos. But I really hate that I broke my streak because I was on a streak for the longest time where I was able to post something every week.
And then he broke it in style with a 1 month break.
Yeah, well.
Like imagine having a streak the entirety of your channel every video every week and then just not posting for a month.
Alright, I think I'm gonna have this arm a little bit lower. His arm keeps wanting to come up, so I'm gonna get some clay.
Animation Studio says, what FPS are you using?
I was at 15, no, I was at 20, then I went to 15, then I went back to 20 because I want the punches to look really impactful. So right now, on most of my animations I use 20. Currently I'm now using 20. So, for this one. How does that look? That's okay, that's good.
BP Studio says, can we please see it so far?
Sure, one moment.
You should wait a bit.
Yeah, well, this scene is gonna not take that long. So after I finish this scene, I mean, it's just a really short scene. He's just hopping up on the counter. So I'll run the whole thing through again for you.
Also, I didn't see this comment earlier, but Phoenix Hunting Studio says either wrap it around the spine or just hot glue it. So, I don't know if that's important.
So it would work. Hot glue could work because that would come off. But I mean, this is super, super tiny. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to get a hot glue gun back there without messing up the whole pipe. But yeah, it's all ideas I can experiment with. But in the end, I think I just prefer animating with mega constructs, and I'm starting to get into Lego now. So Lego is a lot simpler, and to make cool movements, you gotta take the arms out. For some reason, I'm really enjoying it, even though Mega Constructs has a lot more articulation. Lego has this really cool style about it.
Top Motion Spartan asked how many versions of Lofty there are.
There are 2 or 3. If you consider the mech in the Godzilla animation, then there's 3. So there's this smaller version. And then I have, let's see.
Because you used to use magnets.
Then there's this version. And then there's this guy, who's a completely different figure. Those are all the models I have.
Those 3.
Of Lofty. Well, I have that other samurai guy. Yeah.
4.
If you consider the samurai guy Lofty, then yeah. He's like Dark Lofty.
Oh. Well, no, you used to use magnets.
Yeah. Well, that was magnets, what you were just holding. Alright, almost. See, these micro adjustments take forever. But they look so good. Like, I love micro adjusting sometimes. Other times it's just annoying. See, it's just so subtle, that little tiny, tiny movement. I don't know why I find that so satisfying. I gotta follow his momentum because his head's going back up because he's gonna look the bartender down. Yeah. Okay, he moved a little bit on that one. All right, almost there. Look at that. We're knocking out a scene in the first, what, 20 minutes?
Phoenix Hunting Studio says, do you know what a Jeter is? I assume that's what that says.
No, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. Is that a stop action term? Or is it a Halo thing? How long have we been going?
Not long.
How long?
Why? 15 minutes.
15 minutes. We got a whole scene done in 15 minutes. Awesome. All right, I'll run through it like I said. So I have a couple more shots that are going to be setting the stage similar to this. And right now the current setting is everyone's staring at him. So it's just going to be some real simple shots looking at tables. But the way this is set up, I'm going to skip that for now, and I'll show you why. Yeah, that looks good. 15 minutes, and I think that was one of the smoothest scenes yet. Awesome. Let's go. So, I'm gonna animate some shots, setting the stage again, showing around the room, but what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna come back to this shot at one point, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the part where this guy walks up and slaps the wanted poster on the table, because I don't wanna have to set the scene up again, and then I'll go back and put some settings in between, if that makes sense. So, I have two options. He should come up, tap him on the shoulder, and then he turns around, shows him the sign, punch, or he can walk up and just slap the sign on the table. And then he looks down, then I show a shot of the table. Which one? One or two? What do you guys like? Because I'm undecided. Shoulder tap, then he shows the sign. Goes to him showing the sign, then he punches. Or just slaps it on the table. I'm thinking maybe shoulder tap, because that would be easier, more clear what's going on. What do you guys think? Any input?
Classic War says slap it.
Slap it on the table. Okay.
Dark Aspect says the one where he taps.
I think tapping might be more clear. All right, one thing I don't like is this bar stool makes him really tall, which is okay, but then this guy looks super short next to him, which might be fine. But yeah, I think I'm gonna tap him actually. I was originally planning on slapping it on the desk, but I think it'll be more clear what's going on. So this is not going to be the shot immediately following this one. I'm gonna merge some others in between. You know what, maybe I can get away. Yeah, you know what, I have enough space. Let me go ahead and make some setting shots. Or at least one, just so I can follow along with what I'm doing a little easier. Where's all my bar stools? There they are.
We have one more vote for it, slap it, and it's in all caps, so it counts as two.
The underpaid assistant has declared that all caps counts as 2 votes. Which is unfortunately going to lead to everything being caps from now on, so thanks for that. And that's why you are underpaid, or not even paid. Alright, let me manual this so we get a consistent look. How does this look for a first establishing shot? So it's just kind of showing that everyone's looking at him. I hope that's clear. Clear enough. I'll have some more, maybe the bartender also kind of staring him down. So one thing I noticed, I have some brutes in this bar because everyone gets along here, but I don't have any elites. Should I put some elites, throw some elites in here during the fight maybe? Or should I ignore that inconsistency? Maybe this can be a still shot. I hate doing still shots, but I mean, there's not too much movement I can give them here. I mean, they're just staring at them. If they're still shots, I'll blow through it, obviously, because I'm just gonna take like one picture and then add a pause. Maybe I'll pet them a little and... See, there's just not much movement I can give there. So I think I'm just gonna... Just maybe, this guy needs to be showing. Fill that window. I think that would look good. Maybe one person should pan their head over. Everyone else is staring him down, but one person, because I would like to have some kind of movement. What do you think? What's a way I can sneak a movement in here?
Phoenix Hunting Studios says you can have the elites after the whole bar fight and have the elite hunting loft team become an analogy.
So like a to be continued situation?
I think it's just more people will come in.
All right, so I'm gonna have him pan his head over. I'm just gonna do this one at a time so I don't take all day on one scene. And everyone's kind of being still anyway. And he's gonna kind of look up. Oh dear, my focus is getting thrown off because I forgot to set it to manual. Let's see if I can fix that. My camera moves too. Oh, crud. This is why I like camera movement instead of holding my camera still, because I can disguise that a lot easier. But now it's like everyone can see it. That's fine. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so he just pans his head up slightly. This guy's finishing up his movement. All right, I like that, because these guys are all gonna be still or just staring him down. There's some movement. See how that looks so far. He swaggers in, hops on the bar, and everyone's just like looking at him. Should I get one more movement in there? So Blue Spartan looks over, he looks up, I'm gonna do one more movement. I'm gonna have this guy just kind of slowly look down. So I'm gonna get as much life to this as possible. These establishing shots are annoying. So I wanna make them as entertaining as possible. Because it helps to build up some tension before the fight. It's necessary. Why is that? Something still feels off. Did I set it to manual? I did, so why does that feel like it's getting thrown off? I guess it's just a little bit faster of a movement than I'd like. It's hard because the Brute's chest plates, they'll move around, making it look like he moves a lot more than I actually move him. Well, because his chest plate gets moved. Ugh. Camera's moving.
Sam Studio says, is his partner on a break? No, I'm still here.
He's just has nothing to say because he's boring. And this is why he's underpaid. Do you guys like hearing my thought process while I animate?
Lego Lightbulb says, do you have any editing software like iMovie, Power Director? If you do, you can make different projects on Stop Motion Studio and then export them to your editing software at different frame rates.
Yeah, I've done that. For the Christmas animation, that's what I did because I wanted the fight to be a lot higher frame rate than the part where the establishing shot where it's showing all the people walking around for the Christmas legend, that one. I animated the people walking around at like 12 frames per second because that would have been a pain. I started off doing a high and I'm like, you know what, this is gonna take me forever to get 2 seconds of animation. So that one is like 12 frames. And then I did just that. I downloaded that one, put it together in iMovie. But I like to try best I can to fit it all in one thing at 1 frame rate, but sometimes I will do that. I say sometimes, I think that's the only project I've actually done that to. But I feel like it's better to have the whole animation at the same frame rate. It's easier to follow. It's consistent. All right, this brute started moving and I didn't want him to, so I bumped him at some point and I tried to correct him and now he's all over the place. All right, I think.
Studios at LoftStudios, have you ever used a camera and not the one on Stop Motion Studio?
No, not anything. Everything on my channel is on my phone. So, but as a kid, I think I did like a long time ago when I was doing whiteboard stop actions. I think I used an actual camera for that. That was a pain though, and because you don't get this back and forth that you get with the phone. Ah, man, he's shaking. Why is he shaking like that? Maybe I should just cut that out and leave it at that. You know, it's not that noticeable, but look at that. He's all over the place. All right, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Scene up right here. This chest plate is driving me crazy. Have you guys seen Sonic John's reviews? His reviews are awesome, that he talks about that problem at one of his chest plates are awful. But if you haven't seen his reviews and you like Mega Construx figures, you should check out his reviews because it's a very professional and entertaining format, unlike most action figure reviews. All right, I think I'm gonna stop this scene right there after that chest plate holds still. All right, should I do another establishing shot now? Because I think I want maybe at least 2 more establishing shots. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put some pauses there so I can get a better idea of what it looks like.
Plastic Board says he loves Sonic John's reviews.
Yeah, they're great. They're very entertaining. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna put one quick pause here. And yeah, so you see those guys, I'm gonna do another pause showing them. But first I'm going to cut back to Lofty because I'm gonna have to move him and rearrange some things to get that shot, and I wanna keep it. You know, actually maybe I can keep his position. Yeah, I'm gonna keep his position, go to these guys over here, and they're really gonna be staring him down. So here is gonna have minimal to no movement. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the still shots, but I need this establishing shot, so. Here we go. There we go. All right. I don't like that yellow figure at all, but I already have him back there, so I gotta. He is far too shiny. He needs to be looking more directly at the camera. They're not all looking in the same place. Let's see, let's fix that. All right, any ideas for just subtle movement here? All right, I'm gonna see if he's gonna, yeah, I'm gonna move his head. I think he's solidly in place enough for me to just move his head just a tiny bit. Yeah, there's some movement. How many people we got watching?
8.
8. Ouch.
And we had like 20 or 15 a second ago.
Oh no, we got flicker. Why is that happening? I hate flicker. Man, should I go back? Sometimes I get these weird flicker moments where my camera, it'll flicker sometimes like dramatically. And every time I take a picture, I can tell when it flickers and I don't know how to change that. You see that? That light difference?
Stop Motion Spartan says, how long have you been doing stop motion for?
I should just make a video on that because people keep asking me. But as far as with action figures like this in a 3D format is pretty much the start of this channel, which was a year ago. That's how long I've been doing it, for a year. But I can't say that's the first time I've ever done stop action because a long time ago, far before I started playing with this, I tried some whiteboard animations and I even posted a older video on this channel, the cardboard one. So, but as far as this, it's only been a year. And this is very different from what I used to do. Okay. All right, that flicker is gonna drive me crazy. I need to see if I can get rid of that. There we go, that's good enough. I sacrificed some micro adjustments, but that's okay. So you see how it's brighter like that? If anyone knows why this is happening, that'd be great because I am not a professional and I don't know a lot of things I should know by now. But also when I take the picture, it goes away sometimes. That time it did not. I am on manual, right? Yeah, so I don't know what the problem is. Anyway, I'll just live with it for now. Okay. So frustrating. Because it's just so distracting from the scene to have it flicker. And another thing that is annoying about flicker is I can't put a pause. Because if I put a pause, then it's super obvious because, you know, it's flickering and then all of a sudden the flicker just disappears as they're holding still. It's super obvious. So sometimes I'll like, to put a pause, I'll spam this and hope to get a tiny bit of flicker because I'd rather it be consistent all the way through. Yeah, see, that looks better than if I were to put a pause on it just because it looks more lifelike.
Adrian's Animations asks what materials you used to create Lofty.
Cardboard, super thin cardboard, so like with no corrugation, it's just super thin stuff. Okay, that's enough for that shot, and I think I'm gonna have one more with the bartender just staring him down, and then we get to the fight. After actually one more confrontation, but then we see the wanted sign, and then we fight. So excited for fighting.
It's amazing how many times you said that the next scene is to fight.
No, yeah, well, okay. All right, I need a blink, back face. There we go. And there definitely needs to be some movement here, I think. I don't know. That shot looks good. Should I show Lofty in it? I wonder if I should just have him out. Maybe I should just show him like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna show him like that. So this is gonna be real quick. And since it's just one dude, I'd really like to have some movement on him. So just gonna put like a tiny bit of movement on. Actually, wait, I didn't set it to manual. I feel like my camera's getting bumped around more than normal. I'm not sure why. Maybe there's something wrong with the base, but I need to get a keypad that, in fact, let me, I can do that? What? No way. I just discovered this, that I can actually use my arrow pads, but it's too slow. Darn, that'd be nice. Because I still have to touch my phone to swipe so I can see the last little bit. Get smooth action. So I think me touching my phone is kind of messing it up just a little. Alright, just gonna have them pan up very slowly. Super micro. See, when you zoomed into a figure, their movements are far more severe, even if you just barely touch them. So really, you gotta make every little movement count when you're zoomed in this close.
And I'm back.
So I hope soon to change the Dragon frame. Again, I'm a little intimidated at learning a new program, but I gotta start somewhere. And another reason I'm not super anxious to start is I'm really worried that if I start on Dragon frame, it's gonna slow me down, and I haven't even posted anything in a month. But I feel like I need to learn a better program. So I'm gonna start on that, and then I'll probably slow me down a little bit more, but at some point I'm gonna change the Dragon frame and learn that. I think that'll improve my animations a lot.
Pleasant Word says, man, you don't know how much inspiration you give me. You're amazing. Hope everyone here is subbed to this legend.
Thank you. That is really awesome to hear.
I do too. Hope everyone's subbed.
Yeah. And everyone listen to him. You must sub. Because that's the goal of a YouTuber's life, is to get subscribers.
Keep that whole room all day trying to get a red button.
Yes. Almost there.
KCC
So excited.
Says, what app are you using for streaming? Streamables.
Yes. Know very little about it because I haven't used it very much. I've used it for this 3 streams. It works for my purposes. It's good enough. Alrighty, we have all the establishing shots done. Let's see what we got. So, he strides in. He takes a seat, and that is pretty smooth, I gotta say. Everyone's staring at him. Ugh, I'm not sure if I like that last one, but it's gonna have to do. Make a little pause here. And we need one here. We do, let's put in the pause there. Let me run that through one last time. See what we got. All right, tension is built. Let's release it. All right, so, oh dear, I think I accidentally repositioned Lofty because I was gonna use him in one of those establishing shots. So I gotta remake him. Let's see what he looked like over here. And this is where the guy comes up behind him and taps him. Lofty turns around, sees the sign, and I guess he just immediately punches him. How should I convey what's going on? Like, see, I don't have to have it in this. Okay, I got this. All right, should it be cartoony, kind of funny walk to where he's like, big step comes in, or should he just kind of casually walk up? What do you think? Big step?
How's the says, are you going to do the poster?
Poster.
I'm assuming you started a wanted poster.
Yes, I got the wanted poster right here. That's what I'm going to use. I think I'm just going to have a casual walk. Yeah, all right. Let's go. Actually, let me pin his hand down really quickly with some clay so I don't have any issues with that. Because it's so annoying when I animate a lot and I forget to do something like that, because then his hand will move when I don't want it to. This one I'm not gonna pin down, I'm just gonna leave it right here. Because he's gonna look over. Alrighty.
Everyone's saying casual.
Yeah, I think casual will look best. Although that step in like that is really fun to animate, but it doesn't fit this scenario, so I'm not gonna use it. Actually, I'm gonna set him here because sometimes shadows are noticeable, so I'm just gonna set him up right off screen. Alrighty.
Stop motion Spartan Boy says, are you going to make a new Lofty soon?
No. You mean like an updated figure or a different version? Because I was thinking about trying to make a new version of him at one point with like socket joints, but then he'd be huge with the socket joints I had to use. So I'm probably just gonna stick with this. Okay, I forgot to set it to man. No. Whew, boy, I gotta figure this out because this flicker is making me not happy. I don't have any natural light in here. I have all that blocked off, and yet I'm still getting flicker.
They're talking about update.
What?
Are you gonna make an updated figure?
Yeah, probably not, at least not anytime soon. Is your next question, you guys still want a tutorial on him? So, as far as custom figures in general, I'm going to try to switch to socket joints. But for someone like Lofty, he's so small I can't afford to use socket joints. But if you want tutorials on like how I would build a mech, like Godzilla, I want to rebuild my mech Godzilla with socket joints. In fact, I'll probably kind of take apart the one I already made, put some socket joints on them. And when I say socket joints, I am talking about the Lego socket joints. These wonderful things I found on eBay and Bricklink, they are amazing. So I hate gluing Legos and breaking them, but I think I'm going to try to put these in Godzilla, because it'd be so much easier to animate with him if he had sockets instead of wire, because wire can get annoying. It's got a lot of problems, all right. Like, he's just so small. I mean, it's because Lofty's up on the bar stool, but this little dude, he's just like super short next to him.
Sam Studio says Dark Lofty needs an upgrade.
Yes, Dark Lofty is in the same miserable situation as my other Lofty, which is right here. This is literally my other Lofty. I don't know how I got so bad, but that's what he looks like right now. Alrighty, very close. Let's see. Another problem with animating on a phone is sometimes I don't realize issues until I've already animated a lot because the screen is so small. Like, I think the focus is not good because it should be more on this green guy. But if I change it now, sometimes I can hide it, but it's probably gonna be super noticeable if I change it. Yeah, so if I had noticed that earlier, I would have fixed it, but it's kind of hard to tell on a small screen. But see, that's just kind of subtle. You can see this guy back here, his focus goes away, but you can barely tell. I'm gonna leave it like that. His momentum is still going slightly this way.
Spartan Boy says, where is Dark Lofty? Can you show us?
Yeah. Let's see, where do I have him? There we go. Dark Lofty. You can barely, maybe I'll show you after I'm done animating this scene and I can just pick up this camera and show you.
Sam Studio says, make a live stream of upgrading Dark Lofty. It could be how to make it too.
That is a very interesting idea. Because I always have so many questions that I want to ask people while I'm building stuff, and I could ask you guys, what do you all think of that? A live stream of me building something. See, it may end up being boring because it takes me a while to think about exactly what I want to do before I start doing things, and if I'm upgrading him, I'm trying to think through a new design. But what do you guys think about that? Would that be fun? Like, maybe a live stream of me for the first time trying to turn Godzilla into a socket joint figure instead of a wire figure. I could do that. But again, I don't want to clog my channel with live streams. I'd rather primarily have stop action. All right, where's his momentum going? His momentum is still kind of moving forwards. There we go, that looks pretty good. All right, I'm gonna give the rest of the scene just a little bit of life. I think, I don't know if I should touch Cubadoob or not, but Agent Cube, because I don't want to mess him up, but I'm thinking I should give him a little bit of movement. So as this guy walks up, yeah, he's gonna just kind of look slightly over at the new guy who just walked up. Yeah, that's good. And maybe this guy pans his head just a tiny bit too. Just a little bit. Make sure people know that all these other guys are still alive. They've been holding still for a while. See, when I move everyone at once, it makes it more noticeable. Shoot. I'm gonna try to get this guy back to his original position. There we go. Perfect. And this is where it gets difficult because I try not to touch Lofty because I don't want him to move quite yet. But I gotta move this guy's arm. Tough stuff. Actually, I'm gonna have this guy take one more step. Oh dear, all right. Should he be holding the wanted sign right now, right here? Because you can see both of his hands. Or should he, it looks like his momentum, he's gonna tap him with this hand. So maybe he should tap him with this hand and then he pulls out the sign. I think that's what I'm gonna do. What do you guys think? Yeah, that's where his momentum is going, so. Question, why do you tap someone on the shoulder and then show them a wanted sign instead of getting like the cops first? Just walk up and say, hey, you're wanted. I'm about to call the cops on you. It's like, not today. So this guy is just incredibly stupid. It's like, yo, Lofty, look at this, what I found. It looks just like you in the wanted poster. Funny, isn't it? All right, that movement's kind of quick. This momentum is still moving forward just a little bit, so. Man, I gotta move faster. I wanna get some fighting in. Don't worry, we're about to smack this guy so hard, and it's gonna be great. And I was debating on whether I should have like a slow motion fall where he punches him in midair. That's what I was planning on doing, but that sounds tedious and I really don't feel like animating that, but it may be worth it for the way it looks. Oh crud, I forgot to move Agent Cube's head again. Ah, it's so annoying. Should I move it now and just hope that no one notices? I hate this. Alrighty, that's awfully annoying. But I'm gonna move his head again just to give him that little. So he goes click, click, but no one will notice that, right? No one's looking at him, so we're fine. What does Lofty do when he gets tapped? Is he just like, does he look over immediately, or does he just like kind of stolidly keep staring at the bartender? Oh dear. Oh, his feet came up and I'm not sure where he was standing. That's very bad. Ah! No! Crud, I better be able to fix this. That is not where he was standing. No, I'm pretty sure it was this stud. Whew, I need to fix this. Let's see, maybe he was on this foot. Man, just small issues will set you back so far. There we go, I think that's good enough. I mean, I don't know if that's exactly where he was, but he's still moving enough that I don't have to really micro adjust him. There you go. In fact, his hand holds up for like 2 frames. I'm just gonna have him go ahead and tap him.
Booking animation says, can you show some progress? You mean like show the replay the animation?
Yeah, let me, again, I'm gonna wrap up the scene really quickly and I'll show what we have so far. Right, I'm gonna give him a little bit of movement because he's being nudged. Too much movement, so I'll try to put him back. That's good enough. Okay, and I'm gonna pan him one more because more intentional. I'm gonna hold that for 2 frames. Actually, maybe it should be just like a shoulder grab. So I'm gonna go back to, because I don't like, I need to rotate his hand. Instead of a tap, maybe it's just like putting his hand on his shoulder to get his attention. What do you guys think? Yeah, let's just see where this goes. I'm gonna have him just grab his shoulder, and then he's gonna go ahead and start to look over.
Star Rookies here. He says, am I late? Technically, but who defined late?
Yeah. You haven't missed any fighting, so you're good. This guy right here is about to get smacked. He's gonna show Lofty that Lofty's wanted, and then Lofty's just gonna smack him. It's gonna be great. Yeah, Lofty's momentum should still be going this way. Uh-oh, there goes him. Whew, okay, I'm gonna try to reposition him with his feet planted in clay so I don't have this problem again. But it's gonna be like a kind of a new keyframe. And he's gonna be taller too. Let's see. All right, that's okay. What do you guys think about? I think it was a little closer, and then maybe a little more like that. Okay, so here's a couple things I could try. I could have him, he's grabbing his shoulder, maybe he jerks his shoulder over so he forces Lofty to look at him, and then he shoves the sign in his face. And then maybe I can even have some camera movement. So, all right, let's see some progress. Let's watch what we animated today. Strides up, sits on the bar. Everyone's kind of staring at him like, dude, you don't belong in this bar. Yeah, okay, I like it. I'm gonna have him kind of jerk his shoulder over, and I'm gonna have a camera movement to accompany that. Just gonna get ready to move him over just a little bit like that. And Lofty's like looking over. What are you doing? Just pan his head over slightly. That is not slightly. All right, so I'm gonna give the camera some pan now. Then bend him down so I have access to this. I'm gonna change his expression. He's gonna get annoyed for just a second. This is one of my favorite things about stop action. That's super satisfying to me to watch his expression change. All right, I'm gonna change his hand too. Where's my little bag? Here it is. Okay. So from a clenched fist to just a regular hand, because that's all I have right now. Where is his left hand? It's right hand, actually. Here we go. That's another thing. I don't know why, but I've always loved that motion. Changing from a clenched hand to a release. It looks so, I love it. I don't know why. It's just.
Somebody asked what FPS you're using, so that's that again.
I should just put that in the description of the stream. Oh, it's 20. So for this animation, I have it set to 20. That will make for some pretty cool punches. Pretty impactful punches. All right, I'm gonna take him. Because he's getting jerked out of the way. Oh, okay, that was a little quick. Maybe I'll put some pause there. That may be janky, but I think I want a little bit more rest before he just jerks him over. But we'll see how that looks. It may be too much.
Alright, essentially it says this. He's said it 3 times now, so I should read it. Would you rather make a live stream of my idea or subscribe to everyone and the live chat? So, I don't think I understand.
Okay then.
Which one would you rather do?
I really want to kind of just turn this into a punch right here. You see this arm, that's like perfect for just a wind up right now. He just immediately punches him. I want to do it, but he doesn't have a reason yet, so I can't. torso just a little bit.
Stop motion Spartan Boy says, can Lofty kick him in the chair?
Kick him into the chair or kick him while he's in the chair?
He says in the chair.
All right, Lofty did not like that. He's like, don't touch me. All right, his hand is pretty visible now. I think I better put the sign in his hand. Because we're gonna have him show it, just kind of shove it in his face. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in his hand. Pulled it out from his invisible pocket. Alrighty. His arm needs to be up like that. There we go, that looks good, I think. All right, I'm gonna have his expression change back because he's just like angry for a second and then he's all chill again. Oh, I wish I had a chill expression with an angry face. I don't have that. And believe it or not, these expressions can take a very long time to make because I get them just right. I'm gonna try a new tactic where I print off faces instead. Does that look good, or should he be angry for one more frame? I want to make him angry for one more frame because if I don't, it'll be kind of hard to tell that he was angry at all. All right, and here's, I don't know exactly what this face was for. It's slightly different, but I think I want that just to get a little bit of move. I think it was a mess up, possibly. Yeah, that's bad. I'm gonna go back to his old one. Make him hold that angry expression for one frame longer, and then he's gonna be chill again. All right, almost there. All right, that was that last frame. He's chill again. He's like, all right, what do you want? I was having a perfectly good time sitting there staring at the bartender, and now you're just like here.
Star Rookie says today's chat is very dead. I agree. Of course, after you say that, it's like 5 messages. And Connector Studios is here.
Sup, Connector Studios? Ugh. Too much movement. Ooh, boy. That was bad. There we go. All right, he's just gonna kind of slap this on his face.
Dark Aspect says, do you know what arm is? Yes, you should know what arm is.
No, what arm? I don't have any idea what arm is.
He's joking.
With Lofty's 2D face, it's kind of hard to establish where he's looking. Make it super clear where he's looking. There we go, that movement looks pretty good. All right, one more frame of momentum for this dude. Well, yeah, there we go. All right, should I pan it back when he shows him the poster? I think I should. Kind of have that weird jerky back and forth look. I think I'm gonna do that. All right, let's see if I can micro adjust him just a tiny bit more. It's so hard. The smaller the movements, the harder it is to get just right. But I think that looks good. Good enough. I don't want to touch him too much so I don't mess it up. All right, comes back around.
Yes, we got the arm spam. Let's go. Don't stop. I guess I know comics are supposed to help like YouTube videos, but does it help sprains too? Because I swear we started like arm started getting spammed and now we have 16 viewers.
Oh yeah, this works. Spam all day.
Keep spamming. Also, it increases my chance of you ever getting paid.
He's not getting paid. And he's just going to shove the sign in his face, which is a very stupid thing to do since the sign says Lofty Wanted. His cover is blown, even though he has a very good disguise. I mean, look at that epic disguise. You can hardly tell he's Lofty.
Star Rookie says arm. So do a lot of other people, but I figured I should read that comment. All right, now we got legs going. So
What is that supposed to
somebody
say?
says leg. What does leg stand for?
All right. What if I kind of like whipped the whole camera around to this thing? What do you think about that? Yeah, and I think I'm gonna do that. And with that movement, I don't have to really micro adjust Lofty much because it kind of disguises it. All right, I gotta put this sign in his hand properly.
Timer that they're done spamming on. It was a good run.
All that spamming and the assistant is still not getting paid. So sad. All right, let's see if that'll stay there. Nope. Couldn't even get it on set before it fell off. Like, is this you? Ugh, I don't like how all that clay is visible, but I think I'm just gonna have to leave it because I don't know what to do about it. It's like Lofty's like, I don't even know that person. No, he dropped it. I need some Gorilla Glue.
Wait, okay. Fighting?
Yes, they're fighting. They will soon be fighting. This guy's about to be smacked because he's shoving the sign in his face. Yeah, it always takes longer than I anticipate, but...
So Ricky says, what must we do to get the assistants paid?
Start a Patreon and then pay him.
I like this idea.
Oh, crud, his face is about to come off. Is this your face?
Lego Lightbulb says, I bet, and you should have known I was gone. If you didn't, now you know. Well, welcome back. The Red Hoodie Studio says, what's this video going to be called?
We had some really awesome names that people were coming up with last time.
Yeah, I would say best comment. We should commit to naming after a comment. So, you know, comment your ideas. I'm hereby deciding that the title of the video will be a comment. Or an idea from the comments. Alright, here's a brilliant, really unique name. Lofty, the bar fight.
Awesome. We have a winner. No, it actually may end up being named that.
We might just go with that if we don't get any other ideas. Yes, in the chat.
Yeah, in the chat right now, and I'll go back and try to read as much as I can to get everyone else's comments and ideas.
Sam Studio says Lofty and the Bar.
All right. Now I gotta think about exactly how we make this dude end up punched and on the floor. I'm gonna do a quick shot with him like this so you see the sign. Look at that awesome sign. How much is the sign? Should it be like full on sign? Or should it be like this? So that's kind of in his angle. Oh wow, there's a lot of angles here that could work. Which one looks best?
Where's the 10,000 monies?
I couldn't fit it on.
The sign was supposed to say wanted 10,000 monies, but he messed it up.
All right, I'm gonna attempt this. It may be too much movement because again, when you're this zoomed in, the movements really count. Like micro adjustments are really hard because you can really see what's going on when it's up this close. But I would like to have his head kind of bend out. I'm gonna lock his feet down with clay. That'll help.
Sarwick says the assistant should bring Lofty in to get paid 10,000. Yeah, if I were a Mega Contracts figure, I totally would.
All right, let's see if his head has enough room to pan out. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna have him hold the sign up, and then he's just gonna like move the sign. He could be like, "That's you, right?"
Lego Light Bulb says, what phone do you use?
iPhone
11.
11. Yeah, I can never remember the number.
Pro Max. So you get the extra words in there.
Oh, wait a minute. You know, you can see that guy. So I want to make sure he's looking. Because everyone on the bar right now is just watching what's going on. In fact, I think I'm gonna put dude right here. I don't know. I don't want there to be too much going on, but I also want it to be.
Plastic Wars is back.
Oh, you know what? I don't want to move that guy. My bad.
Plastic Wars, that's so you can see what you got so far.
So close. Actually, you know what? Yeah, because I don't know how long this scene's gonna take anyway. All right, let's see the whole thing through. Remember, we're about to smack someone, so I promise fighting. I'm not gonna stop until we have a little bit of fighting. But fair warning, that fighting may be one single punch. So.
Someone suggested zooming in a little.
Ah, looks good. All right, and then we go to this shot. Zoom in here. Yeah. I think I'm gonna keep right there. And again, I'd like taking a lot of frames just in case there is any kind of subtle flicker so it looks consistent and it's less obvious when I want to put a pause. It's like, that's you, right? Oh dear. All right, here, I'm gonna try something. Let's see what happens if I kind of bend the paper a little bit. Just a little bit. Subtle creases. See if that, you know, I want it in the other direction. Makes it look more like paper instead of a big poster.
Tarek says, is LoftStudios' real name Daniel, as in the first live stream you called him that? Actually, I was referring to my left hand. I had to talk to it sometimes.
There you go. I don't know, that paper movement looks kind of not. How does that look? I feel like that was okay. I'm gonna give it a little bit more paper movement because I like dramatic movements. And we're gonna have the whole piece of paper just iron out at the end.
Lego Light Bulb says, do you ever use onion skinning to see your last frame?
No. The only time I ever use onion skinning is if I bump the camera and I want to set it straight, because to get the scene exact. But as for seeing last frame, I just go back and forth. It's easier. I get too confused with the onion skinning. It's too overwhelming. But yeah. Alright, now let's iron this thing out.
You know, where's the charger? Put this in.
Your computer. How does that look? That paper animation. It's not great, but I feel like it's good enough. It's hard to adjust the paper and then get it in the exact same position. But I think it looks a little bit more like paper. Ugh, you know, that's not very good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take out those 2 frames because, actually 3, they're not good.
Plastic Wars asks what Lofty is wanted for.
He's wanted for not animating and posting a video for the last month. That's why he's wanted. So, a big fan of animations was really mad that I didn't post anything, so they put a bounty on him.
We're gonna pretend like you didn't just make that up. There's a lot of thought that went into that answer.
Okay, I'm just gonna hold that frame, that last frame. Alrighty, let's smack this guy. I gotta say, this ended up, this one scene where he shoves him over and like that ended up looking a lot better than I expected it to. Alrighty. Hold that a little bit longer. And let's punch him.
Level Light Bulb says, you know that music you made a long time ago with the blue bob? What is the music called in that video?
How long ago? Like, was it Gun Range? That was a pretty old one.
There was with the blue bob. Wait, did you read the bob?
Which one specifically? Was it the one with the shorts? The test music? All right. So I think what I'm gonna do for this, I wasn't sure exactly how I'm gonna do it, but I think he's just gonna be like staring at it for a while, and then he's just gonna smack him really hard out of nowhere. Let's see how do I wanna do this? Because I was thinking slow motion at first. I'm thinking he just, pow, really hits him, and then we get like a lock frame where he's punched like that and then launched across the room, and everyone watches him get launched into a brick wall or something. And then everyone just jumps all over Lofty. Let's do that, all right? I'm gonna make him look a little bit more casual because he's like casual, and then he just out of nowhere power punches him. Alrighty, here's the fight we've all been waiting for. Like, this time it actually is. For real this time. First punch of the animation. Oh, I animated that whole last scene on automatic. That's okay then. Are you ready? It's gonna be great. All right, I need to fill this gap back here. Who was sitting there before? I don't know, but Master Chief's sitting there now. Actually, I don't know if I like that. There was no one there before, but I feel like I gotta fill that window. So he's gonna be standing there now.
Dark Aspect says, by the way, have you ever thought of putting popular animation search terms at the bottom of descriptions of your vids so it shows up more in the algorithm?
So I've seen that done. I have never done it myself. How effective is it? Have you done it? Does it work? Because to me, it doesn't seem like it would do too much.
What are examples of popular search terms?
Minecraft, Star Wars.
It says popular animation search terms. Also, Lego Battle says it's called just a short. The video you
Yeah. So I currently have it named as test music, but it's just something I put together on GarageBand with a couple loops. All right. Oh, did I adjust that? Nope, I'm good. So I'm just gonna hold that frame like that, and then ready. We're gonna smack him. 3, 2, 1, go. So excited. Does he change his expression? I think he does. And I think I'm gonna see what happens if I take this down a layer and move it way down here. Yeah, that's what we want. Alright, this is gonna be like a really quick punch. No build up because his fist won't stay in his hand. Keeps falling off. Actually, I think maybe I will have one or two frames of momentum build up. Let's see. Let's see how that looks. I hope that's not too quick. It's pretty quick. I think I'm gonna keep it though. Actually maybe just a little bit less. All right, and I think the next frame is just, let's see what that looks like. Bam.
Comment, why do you add, or how do you add that flash effect in your lightsabers and punches?
Flashlights. That's how I do all the effects. All right, I'm gonna change this hand back to a fist. I need to get this keyframe just right because this is important. Alrighty, how does that look? Not that great, actually. Is that too fast? maybe with a blur effect. Let me try, see what a blur effect looks like. Actually, let me finish. Something is not looking right. I'm sorry this is taking a while, but I need to get this right. All right, I'm gonna have this poster fly up in the air. Let's see what a blur effect does for it. I think that makes it look a lot better. All right, this is gonna be interesting, but I'm gonna see what it looks like if I don't have the impact quite yet. And do the impact on the second scene, on the second frame. Okay, I think I know my problem. It's you know what? Maybe I do want a flash. But see, that looks like lightning. I don't necessarily want lightning. I'm gonna make that a little thinner. All right, what can I do to make that look more powerful? Or does that look good? What do you guys think? How does that look? It's pretty quick, especially at 20 frames. Let me see what happens if I go like that. And then maybe move back a frame. And then have the flash like that. See what that looks like. That looks kind of cool. What do you guys think about that? That's awesome. I think I'm gonna keep that. Now do I want the flash? All right, so I was gonna have like a back and forth where it just like kind of holds the frame for a couple seconds and then he flies backwards, but maybe I should just skip to him.
Orange Films is here. He was here last time, so welcome back.
Maybe I should just have him immediately fly backwards. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That looks pretty good, right?
Professor Bohr says he's going to go animate, so goodbye. Little light bulb says, I found a music that has the exact notes that were used in Your Justice work, but they used a flute instead of a piano.
Really? Interesting. So there might be another loop on GarageBand like that. I mean, it's not mine because it's on GarageBand. It's a loop, so it's preset. GarageBand made it. All I do is combine the loops. Alrighty, there we go. First punch. I think I want to have him fly into a wall. Let's see what we have so far. That looks good. I'm happy with it. It's not exactly how I pictured it happening, but I think it looks good. I love those effects. Oh, it's just so fun. Power of stop action. So, let's see. Do we want to move on? So next thing that happens, somehow I was imagining the scene where everyone just pulls out their weapons at once. But it may look better and be a lot easier. I can jump right into the fight if instead of having that scene, people just start jumping on him right now without any buildup. So does that make sense? I was planning on just like picture this. He gets knocked back, falls on the floor. Everyone looks down at him, looks up, and then everyone just like pulls out their weapons at once and strikes an awesome pose.
I like that idea.
That was what I was originally going to do, but I could just have it, since he punched someone, just everyone launches into a bar fight. Which one? What do you like better? Either way, I probably won't be able to go too much further. But next week, you can guarantee to see some more action. Because I am already there. Maybe I should, I don't know, what do you guys think? Which scene?
Should go a bit longer.
What?
Go a bit longer. At least have one scene with actual action.
Alright, well, see, it depends. The actual action that I'm going to get to depends on what I choose. Either being, shows everyone pull out their weapons at once, or it just launches straight into a bar fight. What do you guys think? Need some input.
Okay, so something was like gunfight. So it's going to be a gunfight. It's just
There's going to be all kinds of weapons, yeah.
the
But
question is whether it should be pulled out all at once or it should just be start on this scene.
all right, while we're deciding exactly how the fight should start, I'm going to animate this quick little thing of him just flying past. I think. I don't know. I gotta think about it.
Someone said all at once, and that's the only legitimate answer. It's definitely going to be a gunfight. I would do all at once. Just do it all at once.
Okay, but that's gonna involve a lot more setup. Okay. All right.
Orange Film says, had this CQ you keep flying, like have a view of him in the air while the camera keeps panning. That would be nice.
That would be. But that would be a lot harder to animate than what I'm doing right now. I'm just gonna have it fly straight past, and then he's gonna crash into a wall. But I get what you're saying, and I think that would be good also. I'm gonna stick Crag in the background. Fill that window. He has broken feet though. All right, this scene is taking a while to set up. Sorry guys, almost done. There's just gonna be a quick little fun scene of him flying past. All right, I'm gonna see if I can fill this gap as well. That's good enough. I'll put him back there again just to fill that. Oh, that's good. I think that's good enough. Okay, let's go.
What are you going to show the whole thing again?
Just a second. And by that I mean after this scene. Darn, which one got punched again? Oh, I hope it's not this one. I swear I probably just put him. Okay, good. It's that guy. Because I thought maybe that it might have been that guy, and I'm like, oh, did I just seriously set him up as background? All right, let's see if I can get away without using a masking frame, because I hate using masking frames. I think I can do it. Let's see. Perfect. Where'd he go? There he is. Alrighty. There's that scene. Let me run through it for everyone. All right, there you go. I feel like he didn't fly past very quickly.
The fight has officially begun.
Yes, and then I think I'm going to stop it here. I'm a little burnt out, so I'll move slower. But next week, we'll finish him crashing into a wall, and we'll start a real fight. Because that was fight. I promised fight. There was a fight right there. Bam. Awesome, epic punch. So,
the punch of the century.
yeah, next week, I'm going to be doing some actual combat. And for everyone who's hang out towards the end, I am so glad, so thankful you guys stuck around. I'm going to show you a very short preview, the animation I hope to get done by next week. There you go. That's it. It's going to be awesome. All right.
You're not going to show it.
Thank you for tuning in, everyone. See you next week.